Come on, Mike, it's time.
Yeah, I'd like to call the regular town council meeting to order, Tuesday, March 20th, 2012, at 6:30. Please rise for resolution. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Councilor Olson is excused. Councilor Bridge, Councilor Bender, Councilor Stenberg, Councilor McDonald, Councilor Joyle is excused. Councilor Finsland, Councilor Herrick,
Here.
Councilor McKenzie,
Here.
and Councilor Brown. The mayor is also excused this evening.
And I will be voting tonight, too, just to let the council know.
Item number 4 is the approval of the March 6th regular council meeting minutes.
All in favor? Aye. Okay, approval of minutes.
Item number 6 is the consent agenda.
I'd like to pull item 6.4 from that.
So we need to approve that.
Okay, I need approval with the item 6.4 pulled.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Item 6.4 is the 2012 stormwater permit annual report.
Okay, what I'm looking at is on page 9 of that report. And what I'm looking at on page 9 is the bottom of the page, actually letter C, and I was hoping Diane would have been here today. Just for the record, on answer C, where it states the City of Superior has not had adequate staffing to conduct routine maintenance on the collection system. Maintenance does occur when parts of the system fails or flooding occurs. Maintenance goals are to, and then it hasn't been completed. I see she came in. Hi. Just since you're here, what we're talking about is your annual report for stormwater. On page 9, letter D, or excuse me, letter C. Just so you're aware, there's not a completion of the answer or the statement that you provided. I don't know if you want to correct that before you send it in, or...
Yeah,
Okay,
I will correct that.
okay. That's all I have. I just wanted to point that out. Okay, all right, thanks.
We just need a motion to receive the file now.
Okay, I need a motion to receive and file. All in favor? Aye. Okay, thank you.
Item 7.1, Public Works Director Getzman is recommending to award the bid for traffic signal and related safety improvements on East 2nd Street at 22nd Avenue East to Short Elliott Hendrickson in the amount of $27,500.
All in favor? Aye. Okay, motion passes.
Item 7.2, Public Works Director Getzman is requesting council approval of a memorandum of understanding between the City of Superior and Town of Amacon regarding non-metallic mine on city-owned land in the Town of Amacon.
Okay, any questions?
Don't you have one?
Yes, I do. Okay, I have, thanks. I do have a question on that one, 7.2. Okay, I guess I need some clarification. It's probably help for those who have also read it, if the public had read this. A couple things is that there's a host fee, I guess, that's for removing the clay from there, that will be paid to the town?
That's correct, right? 15 cents per cubic yard that we remove.
Okay,
Right.
and we're looking at 155,000 cubic yards roughly?
Yep, and that's what we're anticipating would be our maximum removal of clay on that site for about 3 different projects. the remainder of the cell liner we need for Phase 1 of Cell 5, Phase 2 of Cell 5 later this year, and then a capping project likely in 2013.
Okay, then that comes out to about $23,250.
Right.
And is that going to be paid quarterly, or?
That's correct.
Okay, then also, on that, you're talking about selling the land after that, after the project's all completed?
Right.
Okay, and then do you know what the worth of that would be, the 60 acres that we're talking about roughly?
I believe the city paid around, was it around $100,000 for that 8 years ago?
Okay.
So somewhere in that neighborhood, right. And as we restore the land, or the reclamation plan we have filed with Douglas County for this project, would restore the property so it's at a reasonable slope. It drains like it does now to the north. Would not leave wetland there, so it wouldn't be where you couldn't develop the land in the future. And what we would do is restore it, seed it down, and it would be available then following our clay removal for either farming or for house construction or, some other business, something like that.
Okay, then another question on that then is, understand too that the town will be doing the road repairs and so on and so forth. Is there any reason why we're not doing the road repairs?
The main reason is because I would anticipate that it's going to be it's a short section. It's about 2,000 feet of road that we're going to be hauling on the town road out to Highway 2. And as we're doing that with trucks, there'll be dust control put down to try to minimize dust for residents there. It'll get chattery and washed out after a while, and it's just going to be an hour or so of grading. I'm thinking here and there, an hour or two of putting a little gravel on it and blading it back. And rather than us hauling a machine out from town and then spending an hour and then turn around and come all the way back, we struck an agreement. The town was interested in having some ability to control that when they notice that it's a real problem for residents, to be able to put the gravel on and do it when they're ready to do it. And they would alert us, and then they would go and do that work with their normal maintenance person.
Okay, so it's basically more cost-effective if they do it?
Exactly. It's more cost-effective than us hauling machinery and operators out to that location and coming back.
Okay, then one other question then too. Meaning that we did get this statement of understanding, is this going to help with as far as our budget goes? I mean, are we going to gain some money now that we're able to do this versus I know we were looking at being over that for that particular cell? So is this going to help us financially, or?
Well, what it will do is now we would now have the township support of our conditional use permit application through Douglas County to be able to remove this clay material from the city's property. That material is more suitable than what we've been finding on site to construct the liner of Cell 5. And the Phase 1, you remember now, is it's 2/3 done, being certified for trash placement. And then we would finish the last third and then the second phase later in the year. Where the savings comes in, we've been trying to use as much material from on-site as we can, and obviously we used some last year. I think the council will remember from 58th Street, that stockpile we had. This would be used in place of the 58th Street stockpile should that material not be any more suitable, and it is running out there as well. It's kind of a mixed pile of stuff and not a real pure clay. So the savings would come in that whatever clay we did have to haul on-site, we would not be paying by the yard for the material. We would only be paying for transport.
Okay.
So it's hard to say how much it will bring down the cost of the phase that's running over right now, but it would reduce the cost in the future if we had to bring material on-site. We could be paying for both, and I would estimate $4 to $5 a yard for the material, and then another $7 to $8 to haul it. It would take the $4 to $5 a yard out of the equation. Because we own the material, we can just haul it.
Are we going to be a lot of the hauling ourselves, or is it going to be all contracted out?
I would anticipate it would be part of the contract for the next phase of construction, where they would haul it with larger trucks than what we have.
Okay.
A lot of contractors or trucking firms have semi-tractor trailers that would haul that material more efficiently than our small boxes.
Okay. Then as far as the 23,000, is there any way that could be given to them after the parcel is sold, the 6 acres are sold, or is that something that would have to come up front?
Well, at this point, the agreement calls for it to be quarterly as we remove the material, and there again, depending on what we find usable on site, it will limit how much we take out of that parcel, and would reduce the cost that we pay out to them ultimately.
Okay.
They requested it to come quarterly, and that's how we've structured the agreement. If the council would like to see something different, we can sure consider that.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Denise?
I would just like to tell you thank you. I know how much work it was to get to that point, because I know they didn't want to really deal with us, so good job.
Any other questions? Okay, do you have a motion?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. All in favor? Aye. Okay. Aye. Okay, 7-2 passes.
Item 10.1 is a resolution setting a public hearing April 4th in the Government Center Boardroom to receive public comment regarding the Richard I. Bong Memorial Airport 6-year Statement of Intentions.
All in favor? Aye. 10-1 passes.
Item 10.2 is a resolution of the City of Superior referring proposed amendment to project plan for tax incremental District 8 to the Plan Commission and appointing city representative to the Joint Review Board.
All in favor? Aye. Motion passes.
Item 10.3 is a resolution of the Common Council of the City of Superior approving the form of notice to lease real property for the Hallett Dock Company project.
Okay, all in favor? Motion passes.
Item 10.4 is a resolution introduced by the Common Council of the City of Superior approving a 3-year harbor development statement of intentions for the years 2012 through 2015.
All in favor? Motion passes. No? Okay, need a motion to adjourn? Meeting's adjourned.